Hello friends, this is Leslie here from Leslie's Voice, and on this video I'm going to talk about how to improve your communication skill in English. So basically, speaking in English is very important for anybody who wants a job in IT or any other company. So this video will help you to understand how you can improve your communication skill. With that how you can get a job, right? So this is the same method which I use to improve my communication skill. So I'm going to teach you the same method. So that will definitely help you to improve your communication skill. I'm sure about it, because I am an example of using this method, and I improved my communication skill. So the method which I am talking about is called as LRS method. So I have named this as LRS method. So what I mean by L and R and S is L is listen, as you see here, R is read, and S is for speak. So let's come to the first thing. So that is LRS, right? So you have to listen. The first thing is you have to listen. So what to listen and how do you listen is very, very important. So what I'm coming to say you is, you need to watch the English news channels that you come, in India. So we have NTTV, we have Times Now. So you have to start listening to these English news channels to improve your communication skill. So that is a method how to listen this. So when you start listening, when you don't know how to speak in English, or when you don't know to speak in English at all, then when you start listening these news channels, you may not be able to understand what they are speaking, and it might be very fast for you to get the details. But however, that doesn't matter, right? So you need to just keep listening to the English news channels. That can be Times Now, that can be NDTV or any other English news channel for that matter. So one thing you need to understand here is, even though you don't understand what they are speaking in initial few days, you don't care about it, just listen, right? When you listen, you have to listen very carefully, that just like that you don't watch just like that you're watching an entertainment channel, you should not watch like that. You should listen, you should focus on the way they are speaking and what they are trying to tell you, right? So you need to concentrate on that. So if you keep watching this English news channels for every day, at least for an hour, then that definitely improves your communication skill, because you're hearing a lot of English, you understand how they are speaking, etc. So I suggest you to listen to the debates that goes in the English news channel, because in debates there are a lot of people from different ideas and different thought process, right? So they give their own ideas. So it's not just a flow in the same way. It's different ways. So that comes into the picture. So that really helps to improve little faster than the other thing. So I agree you can watch other things also, but debate is a suggested thing to watch, right, in English news channels. So that is one. Second is you have to watch as many possible English movies. So if you like movies, you can watch English movies. When I say English movies, they're not the all action oriented English movies which I'm talking about. I'm talking about very casual, very normal conversational English movies which I'm talking about. So when you start watching those kind of movies, you will learn a lot of expressions, you will learn a lot of sentences, you will learn how to say this differently. So those kind of things you will be learning in that. So when you watch English movies, if you are watching in a laptop, right, and you are not able to follow what they are speaking, that's fine. So put a headphone and put it in your ear and start listening to that, right? So if you are still not understanding, that's okay. Close your eyes and try to concentrate on the words and the way they are communicating. So that helps to improve your communication skill. So as I told, the first thing is listen. So listening, there is a method to listen. First thing is you to listen the English news channels. Second is the movies. When you listen English news channels, better watch the debates that are going through, but you have to do this regularly, at least an hour every day. Okay. The second comes reading. So what to read is the next question. So I suggest you to read the newspapers. In newspaper, I suggest you to read the Hindu newspaper. The reason is, Hindu newspaper, the news are very detailed, right, and it's in the right format. So it helps you to improve properly the communication skill and the writing skills as well. So read the English newspaper every day, right, at least again at least one topic or two topics per day, right? You don't need to read the whole newspaper. Just one or two topics is fine. Whichever topic you will be interested in. It can be sports, it can be politics, it can be anything else, right? But whatever interests you, you have to read the English newspaper at least one or two topics per day. So how to read English newspaper? That's very important. Next thing is the next how to read is you need to read it louder. That's a very important thing. The reason I say read it louder is when you read louder, your pronunciation skill improves, right? And the speaking ability improves, so that you easily get the words in your time, right? So that's the reason I'm telling you that you need to read the English newspaper louder. That's one. Second, when you read the English newspaper, you might find different new words. That's new words for you. So what to do? I don't understand the meaning of those words. Fine. So just immediately you saw a new word, you don't understand the meaning. Don't get into the dictionary and read it. Right? Hold on. What you need to do is you need to keep a note aside to you and write the word which you don't understand. Right? Just write the word. That's fine. Keep doing that exercise till you finish reading the newspaper. And after you finish reading the newspaper, take the note and open a dictionary, right? Nowadays you have the dictionary in your mobile also. So open the dictionary and check the words that are written here and check the meaning for it, right? And write the meaning in that note which you are keeping aside to you, right? So or each word that you doesn't know, you can write the meaning there. So if you follow this, what happens is in the day by day, the number of words get reduced, right? First day you'll be finding like 20, 30 words, fine. You don't get afraid. Every day I need to write 20 words, that's too much. You might feel like that, but that's fine. But the next day it becomes 15, the next day it becomes 10, it will be keep reducing, okay? Depending on which topic you are reading. If you shift the topics, then again the new words will be there, right? So if you keep writing the new words while reading, and then after reading, you write the meaning of that by seeing the Oxford Dictionary. Once that is done, read all the words and their meaning. Just read it, right? No need to mug up or no need to remember all the words. That's fine. You can just read it, close the note, keep it aside. Okay. The next day you come again, take the newspaper, read it. Before starting to read the newspaper, open this note and read those words that you have written the previous day and their meanings, and keep the note aside. And again start reading the newspaper, write the new words and close the newspaper, open the note, write the meaning for those words that you have noted today, and then again read it once, close it. So this is the process that you need to follow while reading an English newspaper. So once you follow this process, you need to at least follow this for at least 2-3 months. At least 2-3 months, I'm saying, right? So when you do that, your English communication skill definitely will improve because you are learning a lot of new words, right? And your pronunciation skill improves. So these all things will help you to improve your communication skill. And finally, speaking. So how do you speak? That's very important. To whom do I speak? Because I don't know, people who has very good communication will not be interested to speak with me because I'll be struggling to get the words and speak. Fine. If you have a friend who also wants to improve his communication, then fine, take him. Even though he doesn't understand, even though he doesn't, he'll not be able to correct you, that's fine, but just start speaking. Start the conversation with him. Start the conversation with somebody who you know very well, or you don't know anyway, whatever it is. You need to speak for at least 30 minutes per day. Speak about anything, but speak in English, right? So when you do this, do all these three at a time, right? It's very important that you need to do all these three regularly. One day, first 15 days I read, did speaking. Second 15 days I read reading. The next 15 days I did this next thing, but that doesn't work. You need to do parallelly. If you do all these three things parallelly, at least for a month, then you will definitely see the change in your communication skill. You will definitely see how well you are able to articulate, how well you are able to speak, right? So in reading, I left one more thing. I'm sorry to say that, right? So I said you have to read an English newspaper. One more thing you have to read is the English novels. So English storybooks, right? When I say storybooks, the long novel storybooks I'm talking about, not the short stories, right? So when you start reading those novels, we have authors like Preeti Shenoy, Chetan Bhagat, and there are a lot of Indian authors. You can pick their books and start reading that book. So what happens when you read these books is, your emotional communication skills will also improve. If you want to talk professionally, most people can do, but it's very difficult to convey the emotion in the other language. That's where you will be struggling. So that's where your normal communication in English will be struggling. So I recommend you to read the English novel books, right? Start reading one by one. At least a book in a week will help you, or at least a book in 2 weeks will also help you, right? So keep in mind, buy some Indian authors English novel books. Keep reading those books, right? When you read that, your communication will definitely improve within 1 month. That is guaranteed, right? So these are the tips I can give you to improve your communication from nowhere. If you are not at all you are a person who doesn't know at all how to speak, I get afraid to speak in English, then this is the method that you have to follow, LRS. Okay, so when you start doing this, I guarantee you that you will improve your communication within 1 month. So this is how I learned, so I am recommending this to you. Thank you very much guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please share it across with your friends. Please give me a thumbs up, down, and if you have any questions, please do write in the comments. I will respond to you. Right? And if you are not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. And if you are already subscribed, and if you want to watch my videos regularly, there is a bell button bottom next to subscribe. Please click on that so that you get notified for each video which I post every week. Thank you for watching.